はじめまして。
はじめまして。
Darrellです。ロスに住んでます。音楽と映画好きです。映画とラストドラゴン一番好きです。テルミさん、映画とラストドラゴン知ってますか？
いや、知らないです。すいません。
楽しくて不思議なホラーファンタジー映画です。ラストドラゴン、ミュージカル、コメディ、アクション映画です。両方とも不思議な映画です。でも大好きです。
そうなんですね。
どんな音楽好きですか？
ハウスとテクノ大好きです。
いいですね。Robin S. を Show Me Love 知ってますか？
いや、知らないです。でも、ぜひ歌ってみてください。
Whoa, you got to show me love.
あ
uh.
知ってま
That
す。
song.
ダリル
うん。
さん、どんな音楽好きなんですか？
私はいろいろ好きです。でも、ジェネ・ジャクソンお気に入りです。
一番好きな歌は何ですか？
アルバム Control お気に入りです。The Pressure Principle 好きです。
そうなんですね。
そういえば、YouTube 始
すごい。
めます。名前、チョコバップス。映画と音楽とビデオゲームと取り合います。なんで、
う
アイジャのパ
ーん。
プ、興味を持ったか話します。
いいですね。ぜひ。
あと、日本で12月21コンサートあります。僕の YouTube のため行きたいです。21知ってますか？
わかんないです。21何ですか？
21、K-POP グループです。僕のお気に入りです。
そうなんですね。
あと、日本で映画作りたい。
そうなんですね。どんな映画ですか？
まだわかんないです。よろしくお願いします。
頑張ってください。Amazing. Well done, Darrell. So, first of all, Darrell-san, congratulations on your progress and welcome to my YouTube channel. How do you feel your progress?
I feel like it's going well. Like I feel like it's interesting because I never like I don't think I've approached it this way, but it kind of makes sense because it's like you're more focused on your what are you trying to say than all the
うん、
technical stuff, and it's
う
sticking. I
ん、
think it's sticking better. Like because you learn all the technical stuff, but if you never use it in context, it doesn't stay. But I think it's sticking because I remember stuff even when I don't practice. When I come
う
back to
ん。
it, if I'm trying to express that same kind of thing, which I think is interesting.
Amazing. And you just finished the day 14. So just 14 hours session and you joining this
Mhm.
YouTube recording and speaking Japanese in front of the camera is pretty impressive. So talk about yourself. Where you living? What do you do? And why you are learning Japanese?
So I currently live in Burbank, California. Technically, it's Los Angeles County. I work in the animation industry as a story artist. That's kind of all changing and shifting because of what's going on with the industry. It's a lot of people are losing their jobs and stuff. I was doing this, setting this up because I know like eventually I'm gonna have to do something else. Always been a fan of Japan. I need to and I figure that I probably have a chance of retiring there eventually. Or yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity potentially compared to like other places in the world. I've traveled in other places. But like someone like me, I think you can be older there. If you learn the language and appreciate the culture, you can adapt there better. Also, like just with the kind of salaries and stuff that I have, I think the cost of living is more reasonable than even like California. I'm from California. That's one of the reasons why. Another reason why, as you see, like I was saying, I want to talk about Asian pop culture. And the reasons why, because I think cultures are always being influenced by each other and no one connects the bridges in the same way. So I want to look at the connections that are in a positive limelight from the video games, from the movies, cinema, like all the direct modern directors, they're just taking from the old Japanese cinema. Like they talk about it all the time, but no one's clocking that Steven Spielberg is heavily influenced by like, Akira Kurosawa and all these, that kind of stuff. And anime is a huge importance cultural export. And what's kind of interesting about anime is that it's not trying to necessarily change for the global audience. They're just being what it is and it's connecting to it people on differently on a human level. But I think that's what all art, if you look at hip hop's the same kind of way. Like even the old kung fu stuff, I got into cinema because of the old Hong Kong movies. Like that was what I loved growing up. And then I started finding more and stuff. Yeah, but all those stuff is just how we connect as humans. And I'm interested in like, how can we make these bridges better? Because it's becoming more global. We're still putting up these walls and we all live on the same house called Earth. So we gotta like figure out ways to connect. And language is a huge thing. And I'm trying to learn Japanese and other languages for this very reason.
Amazing. All right. So, what do you think about the language learning experience? So, you joined this Japan Language Factory a couple of weeks later, which is like almost 2 months ago, before visiting Japan Language Factory. What kind of thing you have tried for learning Japanese?
All kinds of things. Classes, nothing stuck. Like that's what it's like saying. It's like nothing was sticking. Like I did classes, I don't remember anything. This one I was like, oh snap, this is interesting. And I think it's again like I'm learning how to say the things I'm talking about right now in Japanese. I've never had that before. And like how would you speak that way? But like I tried, the apps, I tried the traditional classes where you sit in the classroom and nothing stays with you. So how did you learn how to talk? People were still doing talks, people still doing businesses. It's just figuring out like you don't need to be able to read to be able to communicate and understand. And doing that first. So when you go to read, this makes sense. Now I can interpret what I'm doing into written form. And then because I can write it, I also already understand it. That's what I'm noticing.
Yeah, exactly. I really deeply believe that writing, reading is external skill. But I mean, like if you didn't go to the school, but still, if you're living in the States, you're gonna learn how to speak English without even spelling it. So, which means as a human, you can learn language without writing, reading. So, Daryl, I think I
Mhm.
really want to actually ask one more request that is you have action plan and you're really
Mhm.
progressing now. And can you give the advice to the people who is not making progress thinking, but or just watching anime and not really putting effort and difficult to actually decide to really learn because language learning itself is difficult. You had a bad experience, like difficult to memorize, and it's some people are really half giving up to learn the language. So what they should do?
I guess to me, the biggest shift to learning anything is it's a mind shift. So I think you have to be open to understanding that you can learn it. And once you have that, take the steps to do it. And it doesn't have to be a big step, just a step. You're just moving like 1% one way. Doesn't have to be a lot. Don't be hard on yourself if you stop and keep moving towards those goals and adapt when you need to. So language is the same thing. Don't ever tell yourself you can't. If it's hard, let you know it's only hard for now. But if you don't get that out of your head, your systems will always block it. If you believe you can't, then you can't. If you believe you can, your mindset and systems will open up for the possibilities. And that's so much scientific evidence on that. You're constantly learning, and it's good for your brain too, anyway. So I don't know. Biggest mind shift is believe you can. You got to believe you can. That's the biggest thing. And never tell yourself you can't, even if it takes forever. If that makes sense.
Amazing. Yeah, definitely. I would like to add that same process, if you try 3, 4 times, it didn't work, try the different way. So
Hmm.
I think the way, if it didn't work, doesn't mean you don't have ability. You have to change the way it's going to
Yeah.
work for yourself. So what I want to say is not that I'm not going to say like a Japan language factory, what we have
Mhm.
is the best, but it's definitely our training method is focusing on only speaking, listening is for
Mhm.
definitely for specific people. It's going to be way easier to learn if they are not good at textbook study. So what do you
Yes.
think by experience our school, who do you want to recommend to this Japan language factory training method?
If you're looking to have better conversations and like I said, someone who's wants to learn, just speak. I need to be told what to do, and this is the books and to open the page stuff. This is not the place to do it. But if you're looking to like express yourself, have conversations, connect, and speak it, like actually practice speaking it more than anything. This kind of method is good, and it's been good for me. Like I said,
Amazing. So
yeah.
yeah, Dari-san, thank you so much for this YouTube recording. And we talk a lot of things. And then also I'd like to ask you to join our YouTube recording again when you finish the 30 sessions because you're just finishing the 14 session. It's a less than half. So
Okay.
if you actually join another half, I'm sure you're gonna make a much even further progress. So do you think you want to join again?
I don't mind joining. I talk. So
Amazing.
like as you see, I talk a lot.
Thank you so much. And also, I'm waiting for you another session in this YouTube recording. You're gonna talk even different things, and maybe you're gonna actually have a longer conversation too. I really can't wait to see your progress too.